It's your boy Jamar back with another video, back with another banger. Today I'm reviewing All the Queen's Men, Season 5, Episode 2, entitled They Not Like Us. And this is a really good episode, pretty cute. I'm just glad All the Queen's Men is back. Sad it's the last season, but you know, I guess it's time to end it how we want to end it. So let's just get right into it, child. So the episode starts off with Madam waking up from her coma and Blue and Tommy rush in. And she basically tells Blue and Tommy that, you know, she good, you feel me? Like, but who killed me though? That's what she's trying to figure out. She's like, well, that's what we trying to figure out, Madam. We trying to see if you knew. And she was basically making jokes, becoming the old Madam again. So then Amp is confronting Diamond about her being pregnant. But then Diamond's like, well, I don't know if I really want to have your child right now, and this is a lot. And she knows she's basically just going off on Amp saying that they shouldn't really be talking about this right now. So then the daughter comes in and tells Amp and Diamond that Madam is back alive. So then Detective Davis is interviewing everyone, Big D, Doc, El Fuego, Blue, Tommy, you know, everybody. This name you Carla, Tony, and everyone just basically telling her the same thing. They don't know any information. So then the lady that Doc drug it came and she basically still confronted him about that night or whatever. So then Madam's dad pays Madam a visit and he basically tells her that he don't care if he's even been seen. He wants to make sure she's good. He basically says that the concierge was there earlier and he looks suspicious. And Madam said, usually I'll tell you the fact check, but he testified against me, so do what you gotta do. So then Blue and Tommy are at the club trying to figure out who shot Madam, and they end up confronting the security guard because they seen footage that a car was parked across the street. And then basically they ended up getting El Fuego to hack into the systems, and they end up terrorizing the dude who was parked across the street, and he keeps telling him that he doesn't know any information, and then Tommy just ends up smashing his head with a hammer, killing him. So they didn't really get no information out that dude, which I feel like he didn't have nothing to do with it anyways. So then Babyface's son is over here you know, snooping around Miss Tandy's house trying to get information about the gun. And basically Miss Tandy comes home, they sleep together, and when she passes out, he ends up waking up and going through her purse, finding the code to the safe, and he sees the gun, but he puts it back and then lays it back down. So he knows the code to the safe and everything. But before that, he called Ray Sean, trying to get Ray Sean to unlock the safe, but Ray Sean didn't answer the phone. So then Carla and Tony are at Maddie B's talking. They basically saying if Madam dies, then they want the club to sell off the club and everything. But they don't really think she's going to die because they said the devil never dies. So then Amp and Dime come back home and they're still discussing the pregnancy and stuff. But then Dime finds an alcohol bottle in the house, and Amp is telling her to calm down. She starts screaming and yelling and leaves. But when she comes back later at night, she calms down and she's basically like, listen, I don't want my child around that. You can't be a father if you're going to make decisions. He basically explained to her he was going through something. He tried to call Diamond. He tried to call his you know, his sponsor. None of them answered, so he bought the bottle, but he decided not to drink. He didn't decide not to do it, but he does apologize for it, and he's ready to become a father and be there for Diamond and the baby. So then a mysterious woman sends Midnight flowers, and he assumes that's the nurse that he just cracked. But then when the nurse comes by later on, she says that it wasn't her who sent the flowers, and then she ends up giving him head. So then when the concierge is walking, two people that Madam's dad sent tries to take him out, but he ends up taking both of them out, and he pays Madam's dad a visit later on and sends him fingers of the bodies of the people that he sent. And he basically says that this is my peace offering, but if you want to keep going, make sure you go harder than this because this ain't it, buddy. This ain't it. So then Madam is smoking and stuff, and then her nurse is getting on her nerves because her nurse is telling her not to be smoking and this and that. There, but in the middle of all that, Detective Davis ends up questioning Madam about everything, but Madam doesn't know any information, obviously, so she gives her nothing. So then the whole crew, Trouble, Midnight, you know, the whole crew, they come to visit Madam in the hospital, and they all take shots and everything, celebrating, but then the nurse kicks them out because, you know, all that's against the bathroom, hospital policies or whatever. So then Madam's in her room enjoying a seafood boil, and then the nurse ends up throwing out that boil, saying she can't eat that. So then Madam has had her last straw, so she ends up wiring everything, kills the nurse and then tells Tommy to come pick her up because she's tired of this hospital shit. And then that's how the episode ended. So that's how the episode ended. And like I said, it was a pretty cute episode. And I hope next week it starts turning up because we are in the final season of All the Queen's Men. Make sure you like, follow, and subscribe to the channel. And I'll see you guys next week for episode 3 of All the Queen's Men.